Shubham, yes, please start.
Good afternoon. Yeah.
Please sit down. Shubham, introduce yourself.
Sir, I am from district Katihar, Bihar. I've done my schooling from Bihar District, and I've did my graduation in civil engineering from IIT Bombay. During graduation days only, I did two internships, one at Mumbai and another at Purdue University, United States. And from 2018 April, I am preparing for civil services.
Shubham, tell me, Katihar is known for something, significant for something? Katihar district?
Recently it was in news for Goga Beach. That is the first community reserve in Bihar.
Okay. And what about Durgaganj?
Sir, it is a post office.
Small town.
Small town, yes.
Okay. Now, what are your border districts with Nepal? Which are the border districts?
So if we go from east to west, then first one is Kishanganj, then Araria, then Sitamarhi, West Champaran is there, Supal is also.
Okay. Now, you are a civil engineering student, I think. Student of civil engineering.
Yes.
Right? Now, what are earthen dams?
So earthen dams are embankments made up of mostly sand and gravel, and it is generally built sideways adjacent to rivers and small rivulets.
Which is the biggest earthen dam in India?
Sir, I am forgetting the name.
Where is it located? Which state?
I think it is in Uttarakhand.
Uttarakhand. Okay. You can check on that when you go. Just
Okay.
check on that. You take interest in backpacking and trekking.
Yes, sir.
So what do you do really?
Sir, backpacking is economic travel where I go with very small belongings, and generally the aim is to interact with people.
Okay.
And also ecotourism is a part of that. And in trekking, when I was in school, I took part in Pachmari trek, that is in MP, Madhya Pradesh, and then when I was in college, then in Western Ghats I did trekking.
Okay. Now you passed out from IIT Bombay. IIT Bombay.
Yes.
Now recently, Government of India has sought the help of IIT for combating air pollution. Did you read about it?
Last year also it was in news. IIT Kanpur and also IIT Delhi. Some professors were engaged in this, and they also made the index. And
No, it is about a tower there. They're thinking of a tower to control air pollution.
yes, first tower I have read that in Delhi it was built, and it has inspired from the air towers from China actually.
Okay. Now, what do you mean by demographic dividend?
So when the population of a country is in the working phase, and if it can provide support, contribute in the economic development of the country, then that is called demographic dividend.
So, what do you mean by median age?
Median is, sir, I believe that the maximum people that is there within that age group, and that would be median age.
Okay. So, say by 2022, what will be the median age? In, for example, in China, how many percent of the population, and how many percent of the population in India? In what age group?
Sir, I am not exactly aware of, but what I have read, it will be more than 40, and for India it would be close to 30.
28.
28 or 20. Yes.
Okay. Now, climate change, a very important subject. Now, what are your thoughts on, say, the American stand on climate change, present stand on climate change?
So in last 2 years, we see that America got out of Paris climate deal, and they are the present president is not accepting that climate change is happening, and also that they are accusing developing countries that they are not taking sufficient steps.
And what is our stand, official stand on climate change?
So, like our present government, and also historically, we see that India is proactively engaging in climate change, and also International Solar Alliance. India was heading there.
Okay. You did anthropology, I think. Your optional subject, anthropology.
Yes, sir.
Now, why do we study anthropology?
So, anthropology is the study of man in time and across societies. So the main reason is that to understand our evolution and also what is happening right now and how we can travel development is one of the part of anthropology, significant part of anthropology. So the aim is to solve their problems also and solve the problem of in general the societies that we live in.
Now we'll come to the foreign policy domain, although you have put it as number 5, I think, Indian Foreign Service.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, name 2 political parties each in Pakistan, Bangladesh and Nepal.
Sir, I'm not aware.
Not even one political party. Bangladesh.
Sir, I have read in newspaper, but I'm not able to recall it. There is one PPP in Pakistan is there.
Pakistan People's Party. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, doesn't matter. Now,
In Nepal we have Communist Party.
which is the ruling party now?
In Nepal, so Communist Party.
Communist Party. Okay. Now we'll go to Nepal, since you mentioned Nepal. You have a border with Nepal also.
Yes.
Now, what has gone wrong lately in India-Nepal relations? Has something gone wrong?
So after 2015, we see that with the new government came in Nepal, then our relations with Nepal has deteriorated. But lately we see that it is improving. And
But what did happen actually?
so Nepal accused India of blockade in 2015. Whereas India's stand was that because Madhesi people there, they were not allowing the trucks of India to enter in 2015 after it was after there was a major earthquake in Nepal. And also because of China factor, we see that many times Nepal played the China card to leverage India's support.
Do you think the Naxalite problem in India is kind of coming from Nepal, emanating from Nepal?
So
To some extent, yes.
So earlier it was accused that because Naxalbari, which is in West Bengal, was close to Nepal border, and there were links between Communist Party and Naxalites, Maoist there and Maoist in India. But lately, if you observe that there is less and less intervention from their side, because in Bihar also we see that to some extent it is under control.
No, I think with regard to Nepal, you are getting liquor just from across the border.
Yes, sir.
Alcohol comes.
Yes, sir.
Although you have prohibition, no?
Yes, sir.
Is not that a problem?
Yes, sir. That is the problem, and also fake currency.
Fake currencies, okay.
Yes, that is also another problem.
And what about arms and ammunition? Small arms maybe?
Yes, sir. That is also happening. And foreign countries like Pakistan, India has been accusing that Pakistan is using Nepal border to
Send fake currencies.
Yes, sir. Supply fake currency and also arms.
Arms also, okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Shubham.
Shubham, you are a civil engineer.
Yes, sir.
You studied in a very prestigious institution.
Yes.
Are you aware of the problems which the real estate sector is facing in our country these days?
Yes, sir. The current economic slowdown that is we are observing, that is also sometimes said that real sector has a big role in that, because there are many flats which are not sold, and Also, there is a problem with respect to earlier it was agreed that there is a problem of black money in real estate, and after coming of RERA, Real Estate Regulatory Authority, we see that many steps have been taken to revive and to regulate this sector.
RERA is for regulation, but how does it revive?
So for revival, government is talking of a small housing fund is being made, and government is reviving through making of affordable housing.
No, but what about the builders? Not in the affordable housing segment, luxury apartments or higher range apartments.
Yes.
What about those builders? So many of them are facing problems.
Yes, sir. There was a
What exactly has happened?
there is a problem of unsold inventory. The demand and supply side is not matching, and also because of the scams that we have observed in real estate. So we see that is also a problem because the demand has dried up and inventory has gone up.
Okay, but I'll tell you, in financial terms, they say that the builders are over leveraged. Do you understand what that means?
I'm not exactly, but what I can guess is that the price of flats houses are quite high.
That is not what leveraging means. I'll tell you when you come for feedback.
Yes.
Okay. Now, infrastructure sector, one of the biggest problem is financing. Do you know why? Banks are not able to lend to infrastructure sector.
So, in my opinion, the major reason is that infrastructure take a very long duration and gestation period is high, and
Yes.
government and banks give loan for very short duration. So there is a problem in that.
Therefore, what should you do?
Sir, in India we observe that we have not leveraged our debt market, so we can depend debt market and the long like pension fund, LIC fund, that can be utilized.
Very good.
And say sovereign bonds also.
Have you heard, now that you have answered so many questions, I ask you a more difficult question. Have you heard of a term called takeout financing?
Sorry sir, I'm not heard of this.
Now, in my state, UP, every year we give lot of money to our irrigation department for desilting the canals. Civil engineering works, desilting the canals. We want them to do it as quickly as possible, definitely before monsoon. Why?
Sir, because of building of many dams, we see that siltation has happened. So if we remove the silt, then the capacity of rivers and tributaries would increase. So it would decrease the chances of flooding, and also it would recharge the ground, and the canals would be used for irrigation purpose.
Okay, so canal water flow would improve.
Yes, sir.
Good. Have you heard of a term called crowdfunding?
Yes, sir.
What is crowdfunding?
So when several several people are pulled up to fund a project or fund anything, that is called crowdfunding.
Supposing you were to start a project, how would you go in for crowdfunding?
So, in my limited understanding, I have read in newspaper that the fund is coming up like private people also, they can release the bonds and several people can invest in that. So that is one method to do that.
Okay. Another problem we are facing is, particularly in civil engineering contracts, is enforcement of the contracts.
Yes.
That has even lowered our ranking in the ease of doing business.
Yes, sir.
So how would you go about it? Is there any solution?
So like you mentioned, the India's rank is 164 out of 180, if I am able to recall correctly.
In what?
In enforcement of contracts.
Okay.
What we can do is that we can overhaul the judiciary with respect to the contracts. There is a tendency of we do not leverage alternate dispute resolution mechanism right now in India. So that's one. And
What are these alternate dispute resolution?
for example, third party mediation. And there is also another different types of courts where corporates and people can go apart from judiciary, like arbitration courts. So that can be leveraged. Second,
Arbitration clauses are there in all contracts.
yes sir, but in India we do not see that is happening right now.
Arbitration always, civil contracts, any dispute arises, arbitration is there and it is resorted to also. But arbitration takes time, and also arbitration award can be challenged in the courts.
Yes sir.
So again you are back to the same. If any party is dissatisfied with the arbitration award, you will go to the court, and therefore you are back to square one.
Yes sir, for that government has put up that in every court they are making separate entity inside every court for corporates. So that can be way out, and also
Special
sir,
courts are there.
special courts. And also sir, we see that contracts are not very clear and there are many clauses that is very difficult to understand. So if contracts are made easier, then that would decrease the the problem that we are facing.
Are you aware of Jewar Airport being made? Jewar.
Sorry sir, no sir.
Okay. IGI Airport, you know?
Yes sir.
Do you know who's running the show there? Which party has been selected?
No sir.
IGI Airport, you have used that airport, have you not?
Yes sir, New Delhi is one.
Ah.
Yes sir.
So you don't know the party which is running? What is it called?
Airport Authority of India is.
No. Private party is operating.
Okay, I'm not aware of.
Okay. All right, now one or two questions more. Do you know what foreign direct investment is?
Yes sir.
What is that?
So when foreign investor directly invest in India, that is different from FPIs where they are investing in stocks, and here they are investing physical infrastructure. They are creating. They are investing directly.
Directly in what?
It can be anything, manufacturing or
They are
services.
investing in a company.
In a company, and there is a limit that if it is greater than 20%. I think government has raised FPI limit to 20%. So if it is
FPI or FDI you are talking about?
so for FDI there is a certain limit that greater than that would be considered FDI.
No, there are sectoral limits. In every sector there are different limits.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Okay. That's all from my side. Kush?
What does your name stand for?
So Shubh, it is derived from Shubh, which means auspicious.
Can you tell me something about the 7 Nischay of Bihar government?
Yes, sir. Sir, it is a in 7 Nischay program. They are a combination of several programs. For example, first one is Arthik Hal Yuvaon Ko Bal, that means employment for youths. Another one is related to women reservation, and one is to bring roadways to the houses and electricity for all, and one is provide drinking water, and another one is building toilets and sanitation. I think these are the 7.
You listed 6.
6. Okay.
Anyhow, you can check the 7 later on.
Yes.
What is meant by the Richter scale?
So Richter scale measures the intensity of earthquake, and it is in log terms.
So, what would be the difference between an earthquake measuring 5 and an earthquake measuring 6?
Sir, I'm not able to recall correctly, but the destruction that is happening in 5 and 6, that would be 10 times more. and it depends upon the radius. If there is epicenter, then 5 scale would be small and 6 would be a greater devastation would happen.
I asked about what would be the difference in the intensity. You are saying 10 times. You are using a different yardstick. You are saying that the destruction, I am not asking about the destruction, I am asking about the magnitude, the immensity, the intensity.
Sorry sir, I am not aware of it.
Okay. Main features of MG Narega. First, of course, tell me what the full form of MG Narega is.
Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee
Guarantee, and then final A,
Act.
Act. So, what does this act lay down?
Sir, it aims to provide 100 days of work in rural area.
To whom? To a family, to an individual?
To an individual, sir.
And what are the kind of works you are talking about? 100, you said 100 days of work.
Yes, sir.
Now, this work will result in what? Creation of what?
Creation of social infrastructure and also physical infrastructure, sir.
Give me some examples.
For example, building of ponds and building of roads. Even other program of government is using MG Narega workers. For example, Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. There they are employed.
Can you tell me what is meant by e-government and give me some examples?
So, e-governance relates to the digital infrastructure and governance through digital means, and providing the platform where citizens can interact with the service provider, that is the government and the state. For example, CP Grams, it is providing the platforms so people can complain about anything, and from e-governance portal where one can provide suggestion to any government policy. Sir.
Have you heard about this feature of cities being water stressed? Last year there was one celebrated city which was approaching zero. What was that? Which city was that? Very major city?
If I am able to recall correctly, then Chennai it was.
No, I am talking in the global perspective. Do you recall?
So in South Africa, I have heard that.
Yes. Which city was it?
I am not able to recall. Sir.
Cape Town.
Cape Town, yes.
Okay, so recently there was a report from Niti Aayog. Are you aware?
Yes, sir.
How many water stressed cities in 2020 in India?
I think Niti Aayog talked about 30 major cities, and in budget it was.
No, your number is incorrect. It's 21.
Okay. Yes. Sorry, sir. Yes, sir.
Have a look at that in more detail.
Yes, sir.
Trekking and mountaineering. What is the difference?
Sir, in trekking there is less use of equipments and also less training is required. But for mountaineering, it is first of all more exhaustive, and training is almost compulsory, and more use of equipment is there. And in general, we say that if the height of mountain is greater than 5,000 meters, then we call it mountaineering.
Have you heard of this pulmonary edema? What is pulmonary edema?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware of it.
Okay. My last question, what is meant by scheduled tribes?
So, scheduled tribe is notified by president. It can be a tribe or part of tribe or any community which are so notified by president.
What are the features of scheduled tribes? Typically what are listed as features? Is something given in the constitution or is it something which has evolved over the years?
So in constitution there is no mention about the features, but if we see the general practice, then a tribe, a scheduled tribe should be such which have their own culture, their unique culture. They are isolated, and also their population is stagnant.
No, that is not a feature. Look it up. There are 5 features identified through various committees like Parliamentary Standing Committee, Local Committee, and so on. Right, thank you.
Thank you.
The winter months see a lot of air pollution in Delhi and North India.
Yes, sir.
What are the reasons?
Sir, the major reason is the burning of crop residue in Punjab and Haryana state, and also because of decrease in temperature, smog formation happens. So the polluted air is not able to escape, and they are stagnant at the lower latitude altitude. So because of that, pollution increases.
But why should winds flow from Punjab, Haryana to Delhi? They can easily flow east-west or go northwards. Why would they come to Delhi and Ghaziabad and Mathura?
Sir, from my knowledge of geography, I can say that these are the planetary winds. So because of shift of ITCZ southward, so we see that the westerly is come above Delhi. So because of that, we see a western disturbance also is coming up. So because of that, winds flow from west to east.
But Delhi never used to be that bad 10 years back.
Yes, sir.
This is a new phenomenon. When the crop residue has been always been burned, why it has started only 10 years back?
So there are other contributing factors, like because of increase in the population here and the vehicular pollution, and because of formation of what is called because of the heat, because of the urbanization here, so it gets trapped, the air. Earlier it was not a phenomenon because it would flow, and right now it is restricted. So I think
So what should be done?
So the solution should be always multi-pronged. First of all, incentives can be provided there to the farmers, and there are laws in place that will penalize them if they are burning. Another thing is that if you promote public transportation here in Delhi.
But no impact has been made by the laws and the penalties.
Yes, sir. Because
This year was as bad as it was last year.
yes, sir. Because proper implementation has not happened. That's one. And another thing is that
And why the proper implementation has not happened?
sir, because I think that 3-4 state governments is involved, and there is a lack of political will from their side. I think that would be the major reason, sir.
But you define political will.
So political will would be, sir, the determination of the present government, either state or any central also. So the determination to implement laws or to take the state and country as a whole to a greater development level. That
And why do I call it political will? It is mere willingness to enforce. How is it different from political will?
Sir, because political will, we see that the real power is with the political leaders.
Right.
So if they are not willing,
Why they are not willing?
so I think that because if they are implementing any policy, they are looking into their political side also, if they are affecting their voters. So I think that is the major reason. And sorry, sir.
It's a vote bank politics.
Yes, sir.
Don't want to annoy your voters.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Let's go to Bihar.
Right.
Bihar continues to suffer, remain at the bottom of the totem pole, as they say.
Yes.
Despite claims to the contrary, Last 10 years, Bihar had remained at the bottom.
Yes, sir.
What are the factors?
So there are several factors. First of all, the historical factor. So because of Permanent Settlement Act and also because of export freight liberalization policy, we see that Bihar was in at disadvantageous position. First, and second, we see that political lack of because of political instability in 70s, 80s, and 90s also. Because of there is a we see that Bihar has not developed as compared to other states.
Biharis seem to make an excuse of this freight equalization norms rules.
Yes, sir. Currently, the main reason I would say, if we see the 90s, because of caste-based politics that had happened. So, if caste is the front thing, then development would take the back seat. So, I think that would be the major reason.
What is the GDP of Bihar?
So, it is 5.5 lakh crore, $81 billion.
And what is the GDP of Mumbai?
Sir, I am not aware of it. But since Mumbai is the financial capital of India, then it must be.
Okay, let us come to Delhi. The GDP of Delhi.
GDP. Sir, GDP of Delhi is above Bihar, and if we compare the states, then Delhi is at 12th position, and Bihar is on 14th position, if I am able to recall correctly.
What is the country's GDP? India's GDP?
$2.9 trillion.
And it makes how much per capita GDP?
So per capita is close to $2,000.
How do you calculate per capita GDP?
Sir, we calculate first gross national income and then divide it with.
You have a paper and a pencil, please do it.
Say per capita GDP.
How much is it?
So GDP by population.
What is the figure that will come?
So it is $2231.
Okay. Tell me, see this is a very important figure, the population.
Yes, sir.
If population were less, the GDP would be more.
Per capita GDP.
Per capita.
Yes, sir.
What should we do to see that the population is controlled? And why are we not able to be successful in this?
So we had in the past several population policies, national population policies, but it was not that of success. But if you see the total fertility rate, it has been decreasing over the years. Right now it is 2.3, and if it becomes 2.1, then we reach a stability in population, that is called stabilized population. So several steps can be taken. First, I think that.
And what is the rate in Bihar?
So it is one of the highest, 3.3 or 3.1.
So why Bihar we are not able to do anything in the population matters?
Because I feel that's a.
Does caste have anything to do with it?
Yes, sir. I think there's a level of development is the biggest reason if population is increasing, and if you see that Bihar is consistently at the bottom level, so because of that fertility rate is quite high. So if people are not educated, then and also the health facilities, these are the determinants of population.
Okay, my last question.
Yes,
How
sir.
much is $1 billion in rupees?
So $1 billion, so 7,000 crores.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shubham. We'll call you for feedback.
Thank you, sir.
When we press the bell, you come inside.
Yes, thank you, sir. May I go in, sir?
Shubham, come. Sit down. How do you think you have done?
Average or above average, I would say.
Above average, okay. Well, we have evaluated you. In our opinion, there are many plus factors. You can speak well, fluent, articulate. arguments were well made, but you look nervous and tense. Try to put a smile on your face and look relaxed. Okay,
Yes.
that may help you. Don't feel so tense and anxious. Otherwise, you have a lot of potential. You should do well, in our opinion. You should succeed. Now, some tips we want to give you, and we'll do it one by one. First, I'll start with the questions that I asked.
Yes.
Real estate sector difficulty.
Yes, I have to look into that.
You can look into it, but major problem you said, unsold inventory is there.
Yes.
But what has happened is that these builders are over leveraged, as we say. They were over leveraged, which means they have borrowed more than what they should have. You know, you must have done project financing in your IIT. So the debt equity ratio has to be around 70 to 30. But if you borrow more and have less of equity, then you say you are over leveraged. Okay.
Yes.
So these builders were over leveraged, and on top of that, they diverted funds
Yes, sir. Yeah.
from one housing project to another, or to some of them, of course, misutilized also. So that led to a scam. So these are the problems they are facing. Besides some other factors you mentioned, like government has taken steps to curb black money in the sector.
Yes.
So that has also in a way restricted fund flow to this. This is about the real estate sector. Takeout financing, well, you are not really supposed to know that, but I asked you because you were answering so many questions on financing. Takeout financing is, when initially when a project is launched, some banker would lend to that project for 5 years or 6 years. After that 5-6 years, he will come out and some other financial institution will take over.
Will refinance.
Yes, not refinance. Refinance is different. This is takeout finance. This banker will come out and some other financial institution will take his place. Contract enforcement. This was, I thought, important point for you.
Yes.
Because civil engineering contracts run into difficulty.
Yes.
And even other contracts, there are problems. So arbitration is one which is always standard clause is provided for in every contract, be it local arbitration or in international contracts, even arbitration outside the country is provided for. They have no confidence
Yes.
for having arbitration here.
Yeah. Yes.
So international arbitration is provided for.
But government is not in support of that.
Well, obviously you try to avoid, try to keep the dispute within a country.
Within our.
But if there is some very prestigious international party which has to be engaged, then we agree to that also.
Okay.
And there is another thing which I wanted to tell you. All international contracts are now signed on the basis of FIDIC contracts. FIDIC is an organization.
FE?
FIDIC. It's a French term actually. Full form, I don't know, it's in French. But it's an organization of engineers, consultant engineers, and they have made model contracts, particularly for those contracts in which government is a party, to balance the rights of all sides. Okay, so that nobody is exploited. All parties are taken care, interests of all parties are taken care of. So nowadays FIDIC contracts are being signed in the government. Jewar Airport, you should know, it's one of the biggest airports being built in the country, in the NCR region. Please read about it.
Okay, sir.
Crowdfunding you answered by and large. When there are crowdfunding sites these days. You can go to that site, upload your project, and if people feel interested, they can fund your project.
So can I mention here that in Delhi election also, political parties, they crowd-funded few of their amount.
AAP government tried that.
Yes,
They
sir.
tried. Not exactly the route which is prescribed, but they, in their own way, yes. You can say when small number of people, small amounts of money is raised by a large number of people, that is called crowdfunding. That's all from my side.
Thank you, sir.
Shubham, you are a very good candidate. Just a few suggestions. First, learn about your own state, Bihar, as much as possible. Then brush up your civil engineering a little.
Right, sir.
You know, like earthen dams.
Sir, I have read that India has the world's largest earthen dam.
Okay.
I think it is Tehri or
Yeah, you can find out. I'm saying is you just check about that.
yes.
Then I think when I asked you about India's neighbors, for example, two political parties each in Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Nepal, you went blank.
Yes.
You need to know, especially the countries around us, our neighbors. And you have, I think, put foreign service as your number 5
Yes,
the
sir.
preference. So what I suggest is you go to the MEA website, Ministry of External Affairs website. Check on a few things like India's foreign policy, then India's neighbors. There are write-ups on India's neighbors. So read them and then make notes. And which newspaper you read?
Sir, earlier I used to read Hindu and Indian Express. Right now I am reading Economic Times and Times of India.
Both you are reading. Economic Times and Times of India.
Yes.
Okay, whenever you read the newspaper, try to keep track of all these events, international events or events of national importance.
Yes.
And especially foreign dignitaries visiting India. Now President Trump is here, he will be gone tomorrow morning, I think.
Yes.
But there may be other dignitaries, around the time of your interview. So
Yes.
keep track when you are reading the newspaper, you read and make notes. Okay?
Right.
So all the very best, Shubham.
Thank you, sir.
Shubham, very promising candidate, but of course you'll be formally dressed for the interview
Yes, sir.
and wear a plain shirt, not something with spots on it or whatever. Now, please realize it's a test of your personality, so don't guess. You have a propensity to guess, and when your guess goes wrong, then it will fetch you negative marks. So, for instance, when I asked you about the Richter scale, it's actually 30 times. From 5 to 6 would be 30 times. Each progression is 30 times. Okay. I asked you about water stress cities, you said 30, it's actually 21.
Sir, I read about it, so I was sure that it is greater than 20, but exactly.
But there, don't guess.
Yes.
I'll tell you why it's wrong to guess. We are looking at your officer-like qualities. Okay. Guessing means you are prone to speculate without being certain of what is happening. An administrator must be certain of his facts. Okay. So I'll tell you how to approach this now. Take about 40 to 50 of these A4 size papers and make bullet points. DAF, current events, your optional, your academic subjects, and then when you revise, then you'll have a structured response to give, and it will be easy to revise also.
Right.
So artificial intelligence, right, blockchain, whatever is top of the mind these days. Trump's visit,
Yes.
Trump's impeachment. What were the 2 grounds of his impeachment?
He was involved in the Ukrainian president, I think.
You are right,
Yes.
but then you have to give the grounds of his impeachment: abuse of power
Right.
and
right.
obstruction of justice. So these will come when you do that kind of, and then watch a television channel called WION, WION. It will give you a handle on the current events. All the best, you'll do very well.
Thank you, sir.
Shubham, your DEF is a major source of all questions.
Yes.
Whatever is written in this will be used.
Yes.
Bihar is always a regular question. Bihar has many issues.
Yes, sir.
Caste is only one of them. All sorts of issues are there, and Bihar questions can always be there. I asked you about Delhi pollution.
Yes, sir.
You see, about 10 years back, Punjab government passed a law, Punjab and Haryana government passed a law, asking the farmers to grow rice in the month of June. They earlier used to grow it in April.
Yes.
So April, the crop would be ready in August. So if the crop residue was burnt, winds would remain there only. you were right that the winds move from west to this side.
Yes.
But in October, the winds start coming from north to Delhi,
Yes.
right? Monsoons are coming back, so wind flows this side. So with the result that now the crop is being sown in the month of June, and it's ready only at the end of September and early October.
Yes. Sir, I read this in newspaper that
Yeah.
because to reduce the stress on water.
There is a controversy theory. There is a conspiracy theory also on this, that it is the American interests who wanted this to be done. They only said a lot of groundwater. This water is wasted
Yes.
in the June, in April, May. It should be later when the monsoon is close by. But many experts say that rice fields use as fill up the aquifers, and they actually enrich the groundwater rather than take it away. But probably the American interests wanted India to grow maize rather than rice. That's why the Monsanto and other companies pushed this, that rice should be grown at this time. That is causing these are the research, recent research which shows by pollution. Vehicles have increased, of course. In last 10 years, Delhi must have added 5 lakh air conditioners.
Not aware.
Yeah, but the number of air conditioners that has been added, which nobody talks about. The number of cars that are added, the same number of air conditioners are added, maybe 2-3 times of that. And even the cars, all the cars have air conditioners.
Yes.
And motor vehicles, of course, are did this. Then we were talking about you are good in that calculation. Your GDP, I think, is okay. Wish you all the very best.
Thank you, sir. And sir, I've written interacting with people as my hobby. So what kind of questions can I expect on this?
Chatting with people,
No, sir, interacting with people.
interacting with.
Yes, from people from diverse socio-cultural backgrounds.
What questions can you think of?
Look, no, let me give you a general answer. Anirudh, you can never predict the trajectory of the interview,
Yes.
right? You must have got something in mind when you gave this as a hobby.
Yes, sir.
Think about it and come up with something reasonable which will impress the panel.
Sir,
Offhand, because I have not given this, I cannot think of anything.
Sir, I prepared it that someone can ask me that interacting is the general thing, then how can it be a hobby? So like if I am interacting with a purpose in mind, then that becomes as a hobby. Like
Maybe you learn from others by interacting
sir.
with others. You learn from others.
shed
you learn
my
from their
prejudices.
experiences,
Yes, sir.
maybe from their experience.
Yes, sir.
And it's a good entertainment. Instead
Yes,
of
sir.
sitting at home, if a person interacts with friends or with others from the society, then it's a good entertainment also, besides learning experience.
Yes, sir. Like if I am in village, then I interact with farmers and there, and
Man is a social animal.
right.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.